Hi, Mystery Baker here. Thank you for tuning in. Today's tutorial will be how to make some fondant bows to put on a cake topper for cupcakes. And here's what I've already made. I hope you can see. Hope so. And I've put some iridescent luster pearlescent dust on the bowl, so it kind of picks up the light. Now these bows are made by hand. I did do a tutorial recently on how to use moulds that I purchased from eBay, and there they are, and check that out if you haven't already seen it. But I thought while I'm doing some cupcakes for my friend's birthday, I would show you how to make these bows, by hand. These are by hand. So I've got all my equipment here. There's not a lot you need. You'll need a rolling pin, a cookie or scone cutter with a fluted edge. This is about 5.5 centimetres, I believe. A ruler, a scalpel, obviously some fondant, some glue, some pearlescent dust, although it's not necessarily, but it's just an extra touch, some icing sugar, and a ball tool. So I'm going to set up now. Let's get started. Okay, I'm back. What I've done in advance is I've rolled out some fondant. I'd put some CMC or Tylose powder in the fondant, and I've rolled it out, and using the fluted edge, cut the shape out, and then with the ball tool I've just gone round and added some holes all the way around, and it just gives it a nice fluted look. I don't know if that's picking up, but as you can see, it's quite pretty. Okay, and that will dry hard, and this one has, and it's ideal for adding elements to for your cupcakes. So as we've said, excuse me, this is a bow. This is going to be a bow. So I've got some pink fondant. You can choose any colour you wish. If it has to be for a certain colour scheme, and you just make the bows any colour you want to match. So I think that's enough fondant. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a knead, because it's a bit, needs softening up. Okay, like that. I'm going to add some CMC, so I just dip my fondant into, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. So basically, adding the CMC powder into the bowl. Sorry, not the bowl. I'm having a Homer Simpson day. Dope. Adding a little bit of more CMC, just a dusting, and kneading that in like so. And then I roll into a sausage, and then I roll it into itself, and then roll again, so that the fondant is incorporated, the CNC is incorporated all the way through the fondant, like that, and back into a ball, like so. So I would normally wait a minute or so, but I'm just going to get going. So I'm going to just lightly dust my surface and place my fondant down. It's about 10 o'clock in the evening. It's a little bit late to be doing a tutorial, but I had a lot to do today, and so this is the only opportunity I've had. But it's also a great opportunity. The children are in bed or out the way. The husband's probably watching something he's recorded on Sky or Netflix or whatever, and you can just have some peace and quiet and play. I won't need all of this. Okay, I just won't. Now, this is about 5.5 centimetres wide, this cutter. Alright, So we're going to make the bow first. So I've rolled it out. I'm quite happy with that. Sorry about my phone. And I'm going to use my ruler. To draw with my scalpel a line. So firmly place your fingers down to hold the ruler in place, and then gently with your scalpel or a pizza cutter or a knife if you haven't got any of those things. I'm taking that off, and we want it to be about 2 centimeters wide, which is actually, funnily enough, the width of this ruler. Okay, so placing it back on as gently as you can onto that edge. I'll go the other way. Against the knife, pressing the knife against the ruler. Alright, and you can make a big batch of these. I'm just doing one to show you, but you can make a big batch. So you can use it like a factory production line and just keep on going. And so once you've got that, so let's just double check. Yeah, 2 centimeters wide, and each bow, like each section, has to be 3.5 centimeters. So put your ruler up. So 2 would be 7. So I mark it at 7 centimeters and mark it at 3.5. Okay. And then with my ruler, I don't do too accurate. I cut where the markers have been. Okay, so that's my 2 sections of the bow. Pick it up. Pick your first one up. Lay it upside down. Okay? And with the edge, I want you to turn it in. I don't know if you can see that what I'm doing. I'm turning that edge in. Can you see? Then turning it again towards me. At the other side, do the same again. Like that. Can you see what I've done? Turn the edges in and then put it the right way around, and then with your little finger, press in the center of those 2 and then push it in so that you can see the indentation. You see? And follow the same process on the second piece. Turn it upside down, fold it in, and just gently flatten it down. Same at the other end. Turn it over, flatten it down, like that. Turn it the right way around with your little finger. Press in the center of those 2 indentations and then push it inwards like so. Can you see? And then make an eye. Make an eye. Can you see I'm making an eye? It's cute. Then turn them upside down like this, and with a little bit of valuable glue, place a little bit of the glue at either end, like that. Okay, and then push into that shape and stick down like that. And if you want, place a cocktail stick in the middle just so it keeps its shape, and you can stand it up while you're waiting. So that's one of them, and then again with the other, twist them into the center of each other like that, like so. Can you see? And then nip it down ever so slightly. If you want, put a cocktail stick in the centre just to keep its shape and lay it down like so. Okay, so they're the two bows. So we're going to take this piece here. Now, just move the little ears. You step there, little ears. And with this piece, we're not going to half it. We're gonna half it. So you find halfway, and instead of cutting at that point, just push it a little bit further up, and then cut it there. So it's just a little bit more than 1 centimetre. Bearing in mind this was 2 centimetre strip. Find the halfway point and just a little bit further up, and that should do that. And then cut it cut a bit off. Don't measure. That'll do. That's, if you want me to be exact, that's 4 centimetres. That's really enough, really. And again, we turn it on its back, so it's upside down. And again, we're going to turn in them ends, and we're making the knot for the bow. So we're turning in those ends, like see? All right, and then turn it back on its right side. And using a ball tool, let me see if I can find, yeah, I'll try this one. And using a ball tool, and holding it, I'm just going to press down the center there. See if I can press down, finding the middle like that, and then pushing it together. So it's made a strip. So press the ball tool along and then push it together, okay? And that's going to be the knot. So we turn it again back on its back. We're turning it upside down on its wrong side, and we bring in the ears. All right, and we're going to, with some glue, we're going to place a little bit of the glue on round about the middle. It doesn't have to be the middle, but round about the middle of the fondant. And with the ears, now they haven't dried completely, so still be very careful with them, okay? And I'm going to place them on where I've put the glue, all right? Okay, and then with a knife, cut the excess off. We don't need all of it. We probably have to trim again, actually. Okay, and then with the glue, place a little bit on the back of the ears, a little bit on the ends, like this, and we're going to turn this over. So we're going to bring the edge around and nip. Understand what I'm doing? I'm nipping it, nipping the bow, and then turn it back on its side. Can you see? You see the bow there taking shape like that? Okay. Just move that to the side, and with the other strip that we had, we're going to make the tails of the bow. So I'm going to find the halfway mark and just a little bit higher up, so it's almost half. Find the halfway mark and go up a little like this and press, okay? And that's the excess. Okay, and then we're just going to look by eye. You don't have to measure this, but there you've got your two ends. So they're going to be your two tails of your bow. And again, we reverse this, turn them upside down on their backs, and this time we're nipping them inwards. I'll show you. Nipping them inwards, just nipping them rather than folding them, because this time they're a bit small. Nipping them, and then when they go in to the end, nip it like so. Again, the same one. Nip it so it the fondant starts to turn inwards. It won't go all the way over because it's not big enough. And then when you get to the end, nip. Can you see? Turn them the right way over, like so, like that. How cute. And again, with your ball tool, if I can find my ball tool, I can't, oh yes, there it is, sorry. Just very gently go down the centre, very gently. You're just making a small crease in the centre, okay? In the centre, small crease, and then nip, pushing that crease inwards. So push your ball tool gently in the centre and then push it inwards to exaggerate that pleat. Basically it's a pleat. I hope that's picking up. And then I'm going to create, by cutting a little triangle, there's the ends of my tails. This isn't rocket science. There you have. So we bring in at this point our disc that we've made in advance, and it's time to assemble the bow. So what we do is, you might need a toothpick or cocktail stick at this point. We've kind of found the centre, don't be worrying about it too much. Okay, and I'm just putting a little bit of glue on there. And then with one of the tails, I'm going to place it on like that. Okay, and then press down at the ends, just at the ends, just at that point there. And then with a cocktail stick, you can actually, you could leave it like that, don't worry. But with a cocktail stick, if you want to add some movement, you can always lift it and give it some movement. So I'm lifting it and pressing down. Okay, do you understand how that's coming together? And if I wanted to, I can lift the end of the tail up to give it movement. Same applies with the other. I want to do that again. Lifting it with the cocktail stick, bending it over, bending it in, like so, like that. And then if I want to, I can lift the edges. Can you see? It's just giving it some movement. So it's not sitting totally still. And I'm just going to lay some glue there and then place it back where it was. Lay some glue there and put it back where it was. And again, lift if I want, give it some movement. And then finally, we add the top. And I just add some of the glue to that section. Okay. And if you want to, you can add some more glue to the back of your bow, which I'm going to do for double security. And place. Place. Okay. And that's it. Now, you could leave it like that, and that's absolutely fine, but I'm going to add a little bit of luster, and this is the rainbow dust in pearl white. It gives it a pearlescent sheen. I'm not going to add it to all of the, I'm not going to add it to all of the cake topper, I'm just going to add it to the bowl. So with a fluffy brush, pick some up on the brush and I place it into my lid. A little goes a long way. And then using the pearlescent sheen, the dust. Now bear in mind it's still soft, it's not totally dry yet. Just adding it to the fondant. And how pretty is that? Now when you're doing the tails, just be so gentle. Don't worry. It's only fondant. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Start again. It doesn't matter. Just get your confidence. This is actually, doing cupcake toppers is a great way to start your journey into cake decorating, because it's on a smaller scale, it's less stressful, and it's anyways, it's just a great way to start and you'll love it. Now, there we are, finished. And I hope you can see, its iridescence. I really do. And it's shimmer. And so there is how to make a fondant bow on a fondant disc for your cupcakes. I'll just bring in the other, and there's the other one there. Now, as you can see, it really is effective. You can make them, as I've said, with the moulds, but I just wanted to show you that you don't have to have tools. You can do things by hand, and I think they're so pretty. I mean, you could do these bows on Christmas cupcakes. You just change the colour and you turn them into a wrapping present cake topper, if you understand. So it could become a gift that's placed on top of the cupcake. And you just change the colours to maybe seasonal, like reds and greens. Again, still very effective. Well, thanks for your time. I know this is not a Christmas tutorial, but kinda, I suppose. Thanks for your time. There is definitely going to be some Christmas tutorials coming soon. I am actually going to be baking some cheese scones for you, and I'm going to do a tutorial on that. But there will be most certainly some Christmas recipes coming up in the baking section of my channel, along with some Christmas cake toppers. I'm going to keep it as a bit of a surprise. I'm not going to give anything away, but that will be coming soon. So if you like what you've seen today, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. You know, I am strictly for beginners, and maybe if you are more advanced, maybe this channel's not for you, but I hope I am inspiring the beginner to get the confidence to start cake decorating. It really is such an amazing hobby. Well, it is for me. Okay, I better go. I'm rambling. Well, thanks for your time. See you soon. Bye.